Well, hello there and good day. Thank you so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we found ourselves living in. I'm your host, Jesse Pullman, and today's Thursday, August 28th, 2025, at about 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daily Time. Today, we're just here to cheerlead the walkout at the Centers for Disease Control, which took place today in support of numerous senior-level staff resignations. What does this mean? Bill of the Ranch has a particularly great video, which I've linked in the video description, summing up exactly which key officials have resigned, as she ties the CDC into the Federal Emergency Management Agency's problems nicely. But we're just focusing on the CDC aspects today. Today, there's a huge walkout from CDC central offices where people, well, they walked out in the middle of their day job. It seems the running theme in both these resignations and walkouts has been RFK Jr., that's Robert F. Kennedy Jr., his behavior towards actual medical professionals, of which he is not, and his willingness to manipulate scientific data to meet his own ends. His ends, of course, are eugenicist. He recently talked about being able to visually identify children with mitochondrial disorders, something that just isn't the thing I'm qualified to talk about because, like him, I am not a medical professional. As another example of his malpractice, he is promising some kind of report on the causes of autism, probably with an eye towards eliminating the autistic population, and certainly with a predisposition to believing autism has a certain presentation, which many of my autistic friends would almost certainly agree is informed by malice and prejudice. It's also worth noting that the CDC was recently attacked by a vaccine-delusional terrorist who shot the place up with allegedly over 500 rounds. The president, RFK Jr., and other officials have been eerily silent regarding this attack, with little, if anything, they've said hitting the news to reassure CDC workers that their lives are valued, let alone protected. Back to the walkout. In the photos I've seen crowds of people cheering them on, complete with signs supporting their efforts. This is a vast morale boost, the likes of which they need in the coming months, where they have to deal with more of this insanity. On the upside, Minnesota Senator Tina Smith has called on RFK to be fired after he claimed school shootings might be caused by antidepressant medication. We second this cry for a breath fresh of sanity. Breath of fresh sanity. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. As always, we try to end with some things you can do in keeping with our theme of there is no fate but what we make, as borrowed from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Call your congresspeople. Make them aware that you want them to, if necessary, impeach RFK Jr. This will be easier if your senator is Democratic because, or your representative in general is Democratic because they're probably more inclined to doing it. But make it known. Hey, the CDC is the thing that stands between us and the next pandemic. This guy's been neutering COVID vaccines. For example, he's trying to limit who can get them now. We have to stop that. Also be aware that the organization 5150 is gearing up for Labor Day protests. You can attend one of those and support CDC and other medical workers. You can bring a sign that says you support CDC and medical workers. Check the website. It'll also be linked in the description down below. Otherwise, thank you all so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we found ourselves living in. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, I should say, please do hit the like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, or whatever buttons. It really does help this channel grow. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We've got a few months to go for that, so if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me as always on this channel. Pieces.